Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Arnab Goswami on the debate at 10, powered by Century ProWood and Panasonic.
Welcome back and now it's time for the nation's sharpest opinion. Viewers, the moment of reckoning for the opposition keeps coming, but every time they are missing the bus and they have only themselves to blame. I just want to elaborate on what happened today. Today they decided to jointly protest against the government and they made a big hype about it. This is going to be the biggest show of strength by the joint opposition against an issue which they believe they have complete clarity about, which is the misuse of the CBI, the alleged misuse of the Enforcement Directorate. So they've been saying this for the last 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, that there is going to be this terrific show of strength on the 15th of March. And today was the day. And guess what happened? Eventually, they all ended up protesting separately. In fact, Sharad Pawar's NCP flatly refused to join. Mamata Banerjee's TMC decided to walk out and do their own thing. They had all planned to organize the march and they had held elaborate meetings on this for the last few days. But eventually today, they couldn't make it through more than 400 meters. Viewers, if this is the state of the opposition in the country, then I'm asking even those who want an opposition to come to power in 2024, what can be a strategy for 2024? Half the opposition joined a separate event today organized by the BRS. In fact, that was a bigger event. 30% went with the Vadra Congress. The rest of them did their own thing. Things are so bad today within the opposition that even on a letter on the Adani issue, many opposition parties are refusing to even put their pen on paper and sign. And this is the situation in the middle of March 2023. Take the situation 12 months ahead. In 12 months, middle of March 2024, we will be in the peak of the general election campaign for the 2024 elections. And this country would love to see, I would love to see a real contest. But my question tonight is this: with things this way, the way things panned out today, can we even think of a real contest for 2024? Let's debate.
At 12:30 p.m., with great bluster, members of the opposition decided to march to the ED office.
यहाँ पर लोग हैं, हम कम से कम 2000 लोग पुलिस, तो हमारी आवाज को दबाना चाहते हैं। बस सीधा हम रिक्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं, हमको प्रोसेशन में वहाँ जाने दीजिए, हमारी बात को वहाँ ईडी के सामने रखने दीजिए।
But missing in action was the TMC and the NCP.
We are participating of our own. We are making the programs of our own. The Congress party is totally in connivance with BJP and CPM. So we cannot join our hands with the meetings convened by the Congress leader.
Interestingly, Mamata Banerjee is likely to hold a separate meeting with the opposition on misuse of agencies. 500 meters into their march, the bare minimum support the Congress cobbled up also fizzled away.
आपको सूचित किया जा रहा है कि यहाँ पर धारा 144 लगी हुई है, यहाँ पर किसी भी तरह का प्रदर्शन अलाउ नहीं है।
हम लोग को पार्लियामेंट अटेंड करना है, वापस जा रहे हैं पार्लियामेंट अटेंड करने, इस मुद्दे को फिर वापस उठाने के लिए, और साथ ही साथ हमारा डेलीगेशन सारे पार्टीज का ईडी को आज ही मिलने की कोशिश करेगा और कंप्लेंट करने की कोशिश करेगा।
Later in the day, another opposition congregation led by BRS leader K. Kavita took place.
13 parties and बहुत सारे पब्लिक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन से, सिविल सोसाइटी से, फार्मर्स यूनियन से, डिसेबिलिटी नेटवर्क से काफ़ी सारे लोग सपोर्ट में आए हैं।
Once again, the full strength of the opposition was missing. Even agency action has not united the opposition.
आदरणीय अध्यक्ष जी, मुझे लगता था देश की जनता देश के चुनाव के नतीजे ऐसे लोगों को जरूर एक मंच पर लाएंगे, लेकिन वो तो हुआ नहीं। लेकिन इन लोगों ने ईडी का धन्यवाद करना चाहिए कि ईडी के कारण ये लोग एक मंच पे आए हैं।
Is the opposition a divided house ahead of 2024? Let's debate.
And my first question is to Siddharth Sharma of the Aam Aadmi Party. Mr. Sharma, this is, your party has just said that it is going to fight the elections in Madhya Pradesh. And now we are in next year, this time we will be in the middle of a general election campaign. It's quite clear there is no opposition here. I mean, today was really embarrassing, wasn't it? I mean, on the Adani issue, the opposition could not come together. On the ED issue, the Adani issue, the opposition could not come together. There's no point running away from this reality, it's a fact. Now, what are we looking at? You can't come together on any issue, you can't form an alliance, you are at loggerheads, you can't unite on a march. How can you unite in any form to lead the country?
Well, Arnab, it's a fallacy that political parties defeat any other political party. The people decide on something, and at least as far as Aam Aadmi Party is concerned, its record states, be it Delhi thrice or Punjab once, that when the people decide, people go headstrong against any political establishment and pro some political establishment. Essentially, what has happened today is that BJP has been displaying classic traits of an insecure, incompetent entity. It sermonizes duty to others while capturing rights and privileges to itself. So this is like an onion peeling. Why else does one party which sermonizes to others to subscribe to different kinds of investigations and different kinds of probes, and if they are innocent, yet they are not subscribing to a JPC on them? It is as simple as that.
But then you got to build the pressure on them.
This is an onion peel moment for BJP.
No, but you
because
got,
the JPC,
where is Tohin? Is he on? Yeah, one second.
Because if JPC is formed or not, it will consist of BJP majority. The JPC will consist of most number of people from BJP. And in the past also, during Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee's time, the BJP has had a JPC when Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee was the Prime Minister and the Ketan Parekh stock exchange scam had happened. This is a similar kind of demand that this is not the opposition asking. Please understand, in 2019, 34 crore people voted against BJP. Total 62 crore people voted in India, 34 crore people voted against BJP, 28 crore people voted for BJP. Siddharth, 55% of India asking BJP for a JPC. It's as simple as that.
Siddharth, 55% of India did not vote for the Aam Aadmi Party.
or a probe against Adani?
No. I did not say so.
What were you saying?
I said that this demand of JPC.
What was Ajay saying?
Or probe against Adani?
United opposition. This, as I said, Arnab, is an
I'm asking, they went to ED today to give a petition for probe on Adani or for formation of JPC?
Both. JPC demand is...
No, but if you want a JPC, why do you need to go to the ED office for that?
How can you demand JPC from ED? How can you demand JPC from ED?
Siddharth, you're confused. How can you demand a joint...
I am not confused. JPC demand is very clear from all the opposition parties. As far as ED is concerned, everyone has a right...
How can you demand it from ED?
ED can take up suo motu cases. The simple question is, this is not anymore.
No, ED cannot take suo motu case. ED cannot take suo motu case. Go and read the constitution first.
This is a war.
Ministry of Finance, my.government.
BJP is afraid of.
ED cannot take any suo motu case.
Aam Aadmi Party, BJP, everyone today knows that be it Aam Aadmi Party.
ED cannot take any suo motu case. ED cannot register.
BJP is afraid of competency. It is trying to kill competency by this entire bogey about corruption. If it is true, BJP will agree to a JPC probe, and BJP, the ED will start probing into Adani scam. It is as simple as that. This,
So
as
who
I
is
said
ED
again,
to order a
is an
JPC
onion peel
probe?
moment for BJP. This is an onion peel moment for BJP.
Who is ED to order a JPC probe?
ED can suo moto take up cases against Mr.
Simple
Adani.
question,
Why isn't
simple
he
answer
taking it?
required.
Why isn't
No,
he
ED
taking
cannot
it?
take a suo moto case, then you don't know about ED. Go and read the constitution of ED first.
ED can take up cases and
ED cannot register an FIR until unless asked to do so by other agencies.
You're just running in circles here.
No, they cannot take suo moto case.
It's as simple as that. Why didn't the ED take a case today? So again, I'm saying
ED can only register an FIR if asked by other agency or by the court.
Why else does BJP, which sermonizes to others that if you are innocent, why are you afraid of a probe? The same question, the shoe is very clearly on the other foot today. People are asking BJP.
Confusion.
No, may I ask you something? Siddharth, you've had a good opening round. Now let me go to the others. You see, Karthik and Mr. Kingra, at some point of time, people will ask you this question. Arnab will not ask you this question, but because I'll stop asking. There's no point asking the question again and again. But you see, Karthik and Hardeep Kingra and Siddharth, and I'm glad he's smiling broadly tonight, Tuhin, people will ask, Bhai, you can't unite on anything. How can you say we want to lead the world's most populous nation? You can't, if you have to buy a pastry, and if I take you to a pastry shop, the Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress and the BRS and the TMC and the NCP and the CPM and the CPI and the JDU and the JDS will not even decide whether they want to have a pineapple pastry or a chocolate pastry. And you are saying that please hand over India to us. Today it was embarrassing, Karthik. There was a complete breakup of the opposition on the day when you said that you want to show your biggest show of strength. You know how embarrassing it is when there was a complete flop, Mr. Kingra. I'm sorry to use this word. It's a flop.
No.
It's a flop, Mr. Kingra.
Firstly, Arnab, may I...
Mr. Arnab.
Yes, Mr. Kingra.
Arnab,
Yes,
Arnab,
Mr. Kingra.
May I come in?
Let me say one thing. As the ex-British Prime Minister Winston Churchill says, 15 days in politics is a long time. And let me tell you that 1 year to the running of the next election is a very, 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 very long time.
Okay,
things can happen overnight, things can happen in weeks, things can happen in fortnights. So don't underestimate opposition at all. Opposition can get together and will get together in 2024. Let me say and sermonize this thing. Whatever the differences, they will have to be buried. Because the opposition knows one thing very clearly, that there is a need to save democracy in this country. And to save democracy, they will have to recognize the regional strength of the parties, and they will have to recognize the national strength of the party.
Are you attacking Sharad Pawar so openly?
BJP is quite successful.
Are you attacking Sharad Pawar so openly, Mr. Kingra?
No, let me say, I'm not attacking anyone, but let the BJP...
You are attacking Sharad Pawar directly.
BJP is playing and weaving a cobweb so that if the opposition shakes a lot, they get entangled. You know, they are pitching Kejriwal against Congress and they are pitching Bhagwant Mann against Congress. So this is what they are doing, and sometimes you win.
There you are, Siddharth.
I
agree with the gentleman from Congress party.
So they are putting everything on stage. So one should be very clear in his mind.
Arnab, can I come in now?
Playing his card very successfully so far, but the opposition will have to learn to defeat it politically.
Mr. Kingra, just to encapsulate the core of your argument, you have in the last 2 minutes first attacked Sharad Pawar's NCP for failing to understand the seriousness of the issue.
Anybody.
Then you have attacked the Aam Aadmi Party for being an agent of the BJP.
Arnab, the BJP is pitching against each other. The BJP
Can I come in, Arnab?
Doing something against the Aam Aadmi Party. Aam Aadmi Party doing something against the Congress in Punjab. This is all BJP's game plan. Let me tell you.
Arnab, let me respond to him.
One minute. Can I have AAP also on the screen? Will you all sit on the screen? No, one second.
I want to respond to that Congress.
No, 1 minute. Mr. Kingra, you have just called the Aam Aadmi Party names and attacked the NCP. You've called the AAP an agent and you have said that they are doing the BJP's bidding? At this point,
No,
Karthik wants to come in and then to him.
I'm not saying they are doing BJP bidding. I'm not saying like that. I'm
Just said
saying
it.
that
May I please,
BJP
can you
is
ask the
taking part
Congress
and encouraging
spokesperson to
opposition
be
fight
mute
against
for a
each
few
other.
minutes, please?
Yeah,
But
Mr.
this is
Kingra
not
of the
what we
Congress.
want it to be. It will be exposed shortly.
Mr. Kingra of the Congress, don't think I don't feel bad about what has happened to you today. I feel bad. I am your well-wisher.
Nothing has happened to us.
I am your well-wisher.
Arnab,
I feel bad at what happened to you.
firstly,
Yeah, yeah, go on. Yes, Karthik.
Firstly, when it comes to your analogy of the bakery, let me tell you, I'm off sugar. I do not indulge much into pastries. And secondly, Congress party is an embarrassment to a political party.
Oh,
I'm sorry to say this. A party which has a legacy of more than hundreds of years that they claim to be, a party which has given many prime ministers and many great leaders, mind you, to this country, is absolutely an embarrassment. I'm sorry to say this. Today I'm saying this when our leader also signed on the joint press conference letter released by the Congress party. The reason is very apparent. कांग्रेस पार्टी एक तरफ कहती है ईडी और सीबीआई को मिसयूज मत करो, जब वो कहती है कि हमारे नेताओं को ईडी के दफ्तर के पीछे भगाते हो, तो ईडी और सीबीआई तो ये तो बेकार एजेंसीज है. वही एजेंसीज, then the same agency are let loose on the smaller parties. Your spokesperson Pawan Khera comes to Telangana and says, we are the guy who complained this. Please get your act proper. Get your act consistent here, Congress party. And the other part, Arnab, why the opposition seems so lost? When the BJP is snubbing the smaller parties, when the smaller parties are running from pillar to post, it should have been the Congress party's job to be the big brother.
Yeah.
On the other side, the Congress party itself says the smaller parties are also corrupt and goes and sits in the lap of the BJP. This is the problem with the Congress party. Grow up. Have some consistency. Ask your leader to talk to your leaders.
I'm getting a little, I think it's only human. Karthik, I'm only human. I'm getting a little confused, if you don't mind. Usually I retain my focus till I end my program at 10:54. I have completely got confused. I am not, you see, I am not understanding what is going on. I want Kovai to come to my rescue. Tuhin, you are an interested party, I can't come to you. You have the sly smile going on right now. Oh, what fun, they're all fighting each other, great fun. I don't even have to say anything, I'm winning the debate.
I for a change, Arnab, agree with the Congress spokesperson, Congress representative. One year is indeed a long time in Indian politics. At this point of time, while we are confident of 300 plus, seeing the juvenile behavior of the entire opposition party, by the time elections are held, we will, end up getting more than 400 seats. Because all they can come up with is, on the one hand, the Congress has developed some form of addiction to demean and to denigrate the country abroad.
Arnab,
No, please allow me to complete my point. See, it is so futile on their part to link the disruption of Parliament to the Adani episode. It is so juvenile on their part. Do they have faith in the judicial system or not? Just 10 days ago, the Supreme Court, Honorable Supreme Court, has appointed an independent panel to look into irregularities, if any, in the Adani case. It has also given a deadline to the SEBI to complete its investigation in the next 2 months. After that, just to cover up Rahul Gandhi's, nefarious behavior abroad, allow me to complete, please. Today the Congress, allow me to complete, please. Today the Congress is being represented.
One minute, Siddharth, wait a minute. Tuhin, 1 minute. Tuhin, 1 minute.
Arnab, a very important point. Arnab, a very important point.
Siddharth, just let him complete and you come in after that, right? Mr. Kingra.
Today the Congress is being represented by a Sikh gentleman. I want to ask him, today the Congress is being represented by a Sikh gentleman. Does he condone Rahul Gandhi's behavior abroad? Where he suddenly picks up a Sikh gentleman and says that even Sikhs are second-rate citizens in India?
Very sad.
Do you support that behavior of Rahul Gandhi? The way he has behaved is nefarious.
Very sad.
Mischievous. And he should apologize. You should demand his apology. You should demand an apology from him. We have the video of that. Arnab can play that video over here.
Don't say I'm a Sikh and a Congressman.
Don't endorse that behavior
Mr.
of your leader.
Mr. Kingra, Kovai, I'm just coming to you if you allow me. 1 minute, Mr. Kingra, this debate is taking an interesting turn. I just want to give 1 second to my thoughts. Kovai, I'm feeling sorry I have not come to you just yet. I'll just be with you in a minute. But before that, Mr. Kingra, since the issue has been raised, you are a Sikh gentleman. You have eminent record in public service before your decision to join the Vadra Congress. I would like to ask you that Rahul Gandhi went abroad and he said that the government of India has declared all Sikhs to be second-class citizens. Is he lying or not? Has the government of India declared Sikhs to be second-class citizens?
No. Let me say, Arnab.
Sir, is it right? And then you will ask me, Mr. Kingra, I'll complete my point. And then you will ask me, 1 minute, Mr. Kingra, 1 minute, Mr. Kingra, 1 minute. And then you will ask me, why KCR and KTR and Kejriwal and everybody else does not come under the Congress party? Will they come under the leadership of a party whose leader talks like this?
Arnab, let me.
No, why do you?
Arnab, let me say.
Mr. Kingra,
let me talk, Arnab.
Mr. Kingra, why?
Talk.
Yeah, go.
Let me talk, Arnab.
I'll let
you will listen only when I talk. Let me tell you. You read the speeches of some of the top leaders in the country, which they have delivered outside the nation, saying that 70 years have been wasted in this nation. What does it mean? It includes Mr. Bajpayee's time as well. They say that 10 years nothing has happened in this country. Something in India doesn't go abroad, it travels all over the globe. So whether you say it in England or whether you say it in Delhi, it is one and the same thing.
So these people,
it is the utterance of the words.
So let me reply to that.
You must think before you speak. 70 years nothing has happened. We became a nuclear power.
Now I go back to Kovai. Tuhin, let's not be unfair to Kovai.
Is it BJP which did it?
Kovai.
We became an economic power. Who did it? BJP did it? We created
a 30 second rebuttal, Arnab.
What is the G20 meeting? G20 is not a big thing.
Just 30
during
seconds.
Congress,
While the Congress representative has cherry-picked certain words from our Honorable Prime Minister's speech, he has conveniently missed out on the point that the Prime Minister was merely echoing what Rajiv Gandhi had said way back in 1985. Was it not Rajiv Gandhi who had confessed that out of 1 rupee that you spend to the poor, just 15 paise reaches them? It was Rajiv Gandhi who had confessed. The Honorable Prime Minister was basically reminding the world of a Congress Prime Minister having said that. But today it is so shameful you cannot take a stand against your leader.
Okay, now what do we do, Kovai? Kovai, 1 minute, please. Wherever I go, you know the question I'm asked. You know, Mr. Kingra, wherever I go, you know the question I'm asked, Mr. Kingra. You know the question I'm asked. Why don't we have an opposition? Why don't we have an opposition? Don't we need an opposition? Mr. Kingra, let me complete. And don't we need an opposition? Arnab, don't you feel the country needs a strong opposition? Is it good to have a one-sided narrative in Indian politics? Is it good to have one side so strong and the other side not clear? And you know, Kovai, what I say? I say I completely agree with you. This country needs a strong and cohesive opposition to be a balancing force in our political fabric. But my question is this, Kovai, this is March 2023. We are almost getting into the general election cycle, Kovai. And today was a disaster.
Good opposition, Arnab. Arnab, it will be a good opposition.
Sir, you know,
a couple of months ago was believing the upcoming elections in 2024 is going to be NDA versus UPA. But the turn of events, let's take this opportunity to decipher what UPA is. United Progressive Alliance, and there is no unity. And the entire efforts and narrative are not progressive, it is regressive. Saddest part is there is no alliance. So there is no unity, there is no progression, there is no alliance. That is what it is emerging day in and day out. Whenever we say about India, we take pride in saying that there is unity in diversity.
Right.
But there seems to be no unity among dynasty diversity. Every party which was to be under UPA umbrella, driving the dynasty politics in their respective states, doesn't seem to come to a common ground to be the principal opposition. Because they are not able to set the narrative, their narratives are regressive. They are not able to take forward any opportunity or momentum.
Does it hold good for Mr. Yediyurappa?
Let me complete. I didn't interfere when you spoke. No, I didn't interfere when you spoke.
Siddharth, let him complete and you'll come in after that.
Let's have the maturity. I didn't interfere anyone. So yes, as you rightly said, the nation needs a stronger opposition. The rulers on one side, the opposition on the other side, are the two faces of the coin. And the coin doesn't have a value if there is no one face, be it the ruler or the opposition. And today the saddest scenario is the opposition is struggling to gain some common ground. There is no unity and there is no common ground and there is no common narrative. They are not able to pick a common narrative because they are not able to challenge the government, which is getting into its seeking third term. They are not able to challenge the government on data such as development. They say whatever they pick up in terms of governance and bureaucracy, they are not able to challenge. All their narratives are being designed overseas. Be it the report from Heidelberg or be it from BBC or be it from anything that emerges out of the Western countries. And whenever the NDA says it is a narrative targeted to tarnish the image of our country, they put country aside. They put their self-interest and their own narratives and imagination to the front. And they want to hoodwink the people saying that their narrative is right. And they don't stand in unity for the same. Congress says something,
right now?
BRS says something, TMC says something, and everybody wants to drive their own narrative because everybody wants to be the Prime Minister.
1 minute. Karthik feels, Kovai, that you are patronizing him. Why do you feel so, Karthik?
There are certain things that I like to oppose that what Mr. May I come in, please? I'm hearing voices in my ear, please.
Information spreads from Delhi.
I can assure you.
Firstly,
I can assure you on a lighter note that voices in your ear are better than voices in your head. Please continue, Karthik.
Anyway, Mr. Kovai just gave us a lecture about dynasty politics. Let me remind you, one of those smaller alliance partners in India right now, Apna Dal itself is a dynastical party. Your chief minister from Karnataka himself is a dynasty. His father was an ex-chief minister before. So please do not lecture us about dynasty and dynastical politics.
I didn't lecture.
And secondly,
just telling you what
is the governance that you are talking about?
And I am
please,
from
can you
Tamil
please?
Nadu.
I did not disrupt.
Okay, I'll just come in for a moment. Okay, 1 minute, viewers. 1 minute, viewers. Since 1 minute. Just a lot of it. I just want to say this, that I think it is very healthy for Indian democracy that a debate on national politics is featuring two parties from two states on national politics on opposing sides, one of which has national ambitions. So I'm going to make this a BRS versus ADMK debate for a while, please. This is fascinating. You see, Mr. Kingra, you have lost the space.
Arnab.
Now please continue, Karthik.
Arnab, the point number 2, Mr. Kovai was speaking about governance.
Yeah.
Let's remind Mr. Kovai that, during 2014 campaign, our Prime Minister has promised the heaven. And was it delivered? Do we talk about the 15 lakh rupees in every account? Do we talk about the black money being bought back from offshores? Do we talk about the 2 crores jobs given in this country? Now, there is no governance in the country, Arnab. It is completely divergence. Governance ki jagah divergence politics aa gaya. Please, so do not tell us what's happening in the country. The bigger picture, Arnab, today that we have to talk about. See, Arnab, the real reason the march on ED office has happened today is because of the misuse of the agencies. Let you remind you of a very famous Thomas Jefferson quote which says, when injustice becomes law, resistance should become duty. And today, the country is going through such an unjust, inexcusable government that there haven't been any other government like this before. And when the Adani is sitting on our face, now the government is telling us that तुम्हारे छोटे दल पूरे भ्रष्ट है, हम और अदानी पूरे अच्छे हैं. ये कैसा होगा, Arnab? There is a limit to everything. And the people of this country should realize, under the garb of communalism or what not this government is trying to do, there is a saying in our religion, Yata dharmasto jeha, wherever there is dharma, there is victory. Please, the people of this country, wake up.
No, there was also a quote, since we are all into quotations right now, there was also a quotation, Karthik, which says that no political party in the world is clean when it comes to attempts and tactics to divide the people. Now, Karthik, I am a believer in in trust.
I agree.
In trust. And Alok, my friend, will agree that, and Siddharth will agree that when people, when I go to vote, the first thing in my mind which comes to my mind is, who do I trust? Okay? Trust.
Arnab, can I
now, my question is simple here. Kovai has to come in and everyone has to come. My question is, when you don't trust each other, how will the people trust you? You don't trust each other. The issue is of trust. You don't trust each other. You cannot get along. It is a nightmarish situation. I'm sure, though I wouldn't like it to be the case, but you are younger than me, Karthik. So when I was a reporter starting out my career, these were the terrible years. Yeah, I'm paying you a compliment. These are the terrible years of this Devegowda government and this Gujarat government. It was nightmarish to be a reporter. You wondered what the hell was going on inside those rooms where they were tearing each other's hair and cutting deals. We don't want to go to that. Can the country trust you? Tell me today, Siddharth, you don't trust anyone. Who can trust you? Who do you trust?
I'll tell you. Arnab,
who do you trust, Siddharth? Do you trust the Congress?
Oriented.
No, Arnab, you have asked a very pertinent question.
Arnab, I need to...
Siddharth's the name, and Kovai, I'm coming to you right after that. Siddharth.
The trust is in the people. Arnab, you have asked a very pertinent question. Whom do we trust?
Yeah.
In a democracy, we trust the people, and the people trust their government.
But today, do the people trust this opposition? Kovai.
Let me complete. You've asked me Arnab, you've asked me a question. Let me complete.
Okay, reply. Complete. I'm extending this.
My reply to my fellow friend Karthik from BRS, the rebranded BRS from BRS. How come the dynasty rulers of the state get enlightened?
Let's Siddharth complete, please. Let's get the windows right, please.
It was run by the tea company. All these crooks are let loose by the world's biggest party, the BJP, in jailing a good education minister like Mr. Manish Sisodia and letting Malia and Modi free. BJP is demonstrating to the world how penny.
Answer my question. Why should the people trust a divided opposition? Kovai next.
They cannot. There is no trust among people with respect to the opposition because everybody's credibility is at stake. That's a big question. To answer Mr. Karthik, my friend from BRS, how come your party leaders get enlightened when you are called or when you are summoned to appear before ED? And your leader's daughter suddenly gets the enlightenment to fight for women's empowerment at the eve of elections. And she goes to Delhi and calls for all party, wherein you couldn't give any standing examples of following the same in your regime, in your own rules. Which is
let him complete.
The courts are supposed to punish
Why
people.
is it always the dynasty rulers have double standards when it comes to their state?
But how do we establish
the opposition driving the national agenda, and you have a different narrative saying that we suspect the agencies, we suspect the governance, we suspect the judiciary, we suspect everybody who are protecting the law. But when it comes to your state, when you're supposed to protect the law, when you're supposed to deliver, you go to hibernation. And everybody joined hands in blaming
So that's countering the AIDMK. Siddharth, louder.
This country.
Siddharth.
Would the AIDMK today say that Puruchi Talaivi Jayalalitha was also implicated in certain cases and it was right? It should be. Would the AIDMK say that? The point here or not is
those cases,
a government is supposed to ease people's lives.
You blaming the country, blaming every agency which is going as per the law.
Not supposed to punish people.
The difference.
Punishment here
when you are
in India,
challenged, when you are alleged,
don't speak over each other.
You are innocent.
Why are you saying unfortunately, BJP
with facts and figures.
as a prime punisher.
Why do you want to only simply do the blame game? Why you are trying to drive the narrative that all the agencies are
BJP government or any government is not a punishment authority. It has to ease people's life. The problem with BJP today is that it sees itself as the prime punisher. It should come out of that hubris. It should not go into punishing people.
Quickly.
The opposition today, yes. The opposition today is so reckless and despondent that it has started threatening and intimidating agencies. Today's march, mind you, was only to intimidate officials of the ED, and you have seen something similar in Karnataka, where D. Shivakumar has been threatening the police chief and saying that let us come to power, we will see you.
Arnab,
let me simplify this true for you.
Only responding.
In this country, people
Okay,
vote
1
for
minute. Siddharth, wait.
Neti and Niyat. People vote for. Please calm down. In this country,
don't speak over each other. I'll come to both of you. Siddharth, I'll come to you. Please wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let's get the audio track right on this, please. Siddharth, I'm going to come to you. Have patience. Do incomplete. Come on.
What is Karnataka governance?
In this country,
40% commission government. Is that a MLA caught with 6 crore rupees cash at his home? He is going scot-free. Is that the government you are supposed to run?
And Akshamta. This is the difference. This is the difference between ruling party and the
Arnab,
opposition.
can I come in for a minute, please?
दूसरों की जांच में आगे अपने ऊपर आंख को पीछे तुहिन भाजपा के प्रवक्ता को ये समझ लेना चाहिए कि दूसरों की जांच में अगर आप आगे आते हो तो अपने ऊपर आंच आती है तो आप पीछे नहीं जा सकते हो. It has law is equal to everyone. Law like air is equitable to everyone.
But what does one do on the issue of trust? Alok versus now 1 minute. Now Alok versus Karthik. What does one do on the issue of trust? Karthik, this is not encouraging to any voter right now. You know there are multiple issues, a complex situation. But how does the opposition establish any trust?
Yes, this is. Your concept of having a strong opposition is just not required for India. Now, this is the concept of democracy itself. Having a very healthy competition between the treasury benches and the opposition benches is what a heavy democracy wants. There's an appeal we make to the Congress party. We want to work with you. But do not be a two-faced person, speaking the way you want in every state and coming back to Delhi and expecting us to work with you. Here's a problem. Point number two. Arnab, we are a proud party which proudly can tell you that we have won the trust of our people twice in this state. We are not new to winning trust of the people. There are certain issues that all political parties across all political lines should need to work together, especially the misuse of the agencies. When today we talk about agencies, the opposition parties coming together on one banner, these BJP branders are saying, देखिए, ED और CBI के खिलाफ पूरे एक होते हैं. If there is any other issue that we do not come together, then the same BJP says, देखिए, opposition कभी एक साथ आ ही नहीं सकती. So there is a problem in this country. We are trying to fight. We are trying to gain trust. Please come on board.
Okay, one point before Ajay comes in. You know, you call each other double-faced, hypocrite, corrupt. You call each other that, not BJP. And then you tell the country that you need to throw the BJP out. The country will then ask you, okay, we throw the BJP out, but you call each other corrupt, double-faced, hypocrite, all kinds of things. Then how do they trust you? I mean, there's going to be a national election in a year. Ajay wanted to make a point. There's an issue. Ajay.
Or not Article 1 of the India, Article 1 of India.
First of all, please ask the gentleman to please be quiet for a minute. If he keeps on speaking in between, there is no point speaking. Then he will only have a single place audience.
Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee's government,
so please
Mr.
listen
Atal
to
Bihari
me, sir.
Government was not a BJP government.
Listen to me. Why you are speaking? I can speak over you. Please listen to me. I am just saying something which is pertinent to you and to the opposition. First of all, political spaces are never conceded. They need to be won. And absolute kudos to you, Aam Aadmi Party, and to BRS, and to other parties who are in the opposition like TMC, who have won from Congress. So your prime opposition is today, is not BJP, but it's Congress. And what you are scared of. This Bharat Jodo Yatra, right from Kerala to Kanyakumari, was Musalman Jodo Yatra. That is what is scaring you off. That if Congress comes and fights in our state, we will concede vote, the vote will be divided, and we will win. But the point is that you want to take the Congress space, which Congress is not ready to give it to you. And at the same time, you expect Congress to become a big brother to you.
Okay,
like they should leave Telangana to BRS. They should leave Punjab and Delhi to Aam Aadmi Party. They should leave Bengal to Mamata. They should leave Samajwadi Party to UP, RJD to Bihar. What will Congress do? What will Congress do? What will Congress do?
Congress and BJP both.
So there is no point. You have to fight. Political spaces are never conceded, my dear friend. They need to be won. This is the truth. And second thing, this opposition unity is only possible if and only if BJP goes down below 272, which is a distant possibility right now in the future. Then only you can gobble up together, put aside your differences, form something like
Well,
Devagowda
I
United
believe there
Front,
must be a strong opposition, but right now the situation very, very confusing. But the aggressive parties, the parties who are growing, are all the non-Congress parties. They are the ones who appear to be having operational plans. We'll have to concede that. Let's see how it pans out. And finally, it's been 3 years since the Delhi riots that killed 53 people. Let